You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we have a very interesting team. We have Trackhouse. This is Daniel Suarez, the iFly paint scheme. I know I am very late to the party on this one, but I mean, I'm late to the party on a lot of Diecast, so we're trying to get that out as soon as we can. But nonetheless, let's talk about Trackhouse for a minute, dude. This team is pretty good. I mean, like, especially, you know, this year, Ross Chastain's already got 2 wins, and, you know, last year they did okay. They didn't do, like, fantastic, but it was their first year. You know, give them a little bit of slack, but this year, they are doing fantastic. I want to say Suarez got a top 5 not too long ago. I could be wrong on that, but I just know he's done well here and there. Of course, Chastain getting 2 wins already. That is pretty huge for a brand new team. Again, like, I mean, I'm kind of surprised Suarez hasn't really won a race yet, because 2022, they have all the equipment equivalent to each other, so it's not like the teams have better equipment. I guess it's supposed to be all the same now. But Suarez is a former Xfinity champion. But either way, the Xfinity cars and the trucks and the Cup cars all drive differently nonetheless. A Cup car is much harder to drive. But I mean, Suarez has a lot of experience under his belt. He's been in the Cup Series since, was it 2017, I want to say? It may have been 2017. Yeah, because 2016, Edwards was there, and I think he came in 2017. So, I mean, he's been there for a few years. You know, he's got some experience. Again, a former Xfinity champion. I believe it may have been in this paint scheme, but didn't he, like, lead a couple of laps at the Bristol Dirt Race in 2021? I want to say he led a little bit. I'm not too sure on that, but I think he did. So, just, like, with that, Trackhouse has been doing very good. Now, let's talk about another thing real quick. The paint schemes they've had for this year, I don't think they've missed a single paint scheme. Like, we had the Moose paint scheme, the Pitbull paint scheme, we've had the throwbacks, we've had the ones that were ran at Martinsville. I believe those were the GoPro cars. So that kind of makes me even more excited for getting some of the 2022 diecast for Trackhouse. Not only that, I just ordered 2 of the promotional cars or the track cars from the Charlotte race in 2022. So this is it will be the next gen car. I didn't get the $30 one, don't get me wrong. My order was $30, but I ordered 2 of them. I got it from the actual Charlotte website. Of course, you know, with taxes and everything kind of bumped it up a little bit. But either way, it's going to be a really cool car. I'm going to try to review it and maybe get some customs done as well. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the actual diecast review. Here's the diecast out of the box. We actually got this in a wave, you know, a little while back, but I think I picked it up, but I don't know where it went. I didn't return it. I didn't open it. It's just kind of disappeared. I don't know where it went. So, yeah, well, I got to find that one, and I might do a Bristol Dirt custom if this was the same paint scheme. Or no, that was the, it wasn't the same paint scheme. It was was it the blue and yellow one? The Goodies, I think? Or not Goodies. What is, I don't remember the sponsor, but I think it was a blue and yellow one. So, I mean, I could have been wrong on the iFly. I mean, either way, he led laps at Bristol Dirt. Even though I said the wrong paint scheme. But anyway, you know, kind of scratched that. I kind of got my stuff mixed up. But either way, yeah, really nice paint scheme. At first, I was kind of like, when it came to it. But when it really comes down to it, you kind of look at it long enough. I mean, it's a good scheme. It's a really good scheme. I love the light blue within the dark blue. That looks really good. And if you have a stop motion series, you can only just, like, not use it as a primary, but you can use this as probably a patriotic car, because it's got all the red, white, and blue on it, too. So there's a couple options for this paint scheme. I know that is something I would definitely do. But anyway, we got iFly right there on the hood. You got the little dude taking flight there. Got Suarez. Of course, you got the white Chevy bow ties. Again, I wish they would fix those. Got the 99, got a little swoosh going around the 99 with a Trackhouse slash right there. iFly behind the 99. Suarez on the back. Name banner here. Of course, you got iFly there once again. And take a look at that. Surprisingly, we got iFly on the back of this car as well. Now, we got a little red and white mixed in at the bottom. I do like that. I really like how it kind of like does a little arc over the Camaro. But, I mean, it does kind of make the ZL1 10E logos look a little blend in. So, it's kind of hard to see those. But the Camaro looks really good. Got iFly on the back. Of course, you got Trackhouse and the 99. Got iFly indoor skydiving, so that's what that is. I wouldn't do that. I'd be afraid I'd hit something, but, you know, CommScope, Daniel Suarez, Chevy, Coca-Cola, CommScope, and Trackhouse. So, because you got the 99 there. The 99 looks a little off, so that 99 is a little back, it looks like, and I think it's a little small, too, but, I mean, that could be me. You got the NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series, the Goodyear right there. Of course, you got the Goodyear tires. K&N, Sunoco, got the 99 right there. And on the front end, this thing actually looks really good. And I don't mean just decal placement either. Like, the whole front end looks really good. So if you really take a close look at this paint scheme, I feel like a lot of people would appreciate it. Now, here's something else I didn't catch the first time around. So if you look at the side, and you look at the little red iFly guy, if you take a closer look and look at the gray behind it, it's actually a huge shadow of that little red dude there. So that's actually really nice. I like how they did that. Of course, you got all these little stripes here. It almost reminds me of like a tiger pattern. It looks really good. And again, I want to point out that blue on blue, the light blue on the dark blue. It looks really good. Now, personally, I would not have thought to do a light blue. I would have maybe done like a white or a red, but the light blue looks a whole lot better. It adds a little bit more color. Something we haven't seen really on the paint scheme very much, and it just looks very good. I just really like the paint scheme, and once again, the paint schemes for this year compared to last year is just 10 times better. They're doing really good with the paint schemes. They're running really good. Again, they've already got 2 wins under their belt, so that is really awesome. And I cannot wait to get the diecast. Now, especially for the ones from Martinsville, the one I've seen in person, the GoPro diecast, I don't know if those are getting made in 1/64, but if they do, those are definitely going to be probably 2 of my top 10 favorites for the 2022 season. And the season's not even over yet. Some drivers or just teams in general could bring a lot of heat, and they could still, be behind those 2 GoPro paint schemes because they were just really good. That blue was really nice. The black was really nice. It had a really nice fade to the paint scheme. It just, again, it looked incredible. So, Trackhouse is doing one heck of a job, and I hope they keep doing this. I hope they keep having success. I hope eventually that Suarez will get a win underneath his belt as well. I don't see him ever becoming a champion in the Cup Series, but, I mean, you never know. It could happen, but as of right now, I don't really see that happening. I do see him at least getting 1 win, either this year or possibly next year, within, the upcoming years at least. But this is a diecast I definitely will be keeping in my collection for some time. Now, I don't know if these are sold out yet. I don't know if they sold out and restocked. I don't know anything right now because this paint scheme is a little old. I'm not going to lie. It's been a couple months since this has been released. But, I mean, it could still be sold out. It still could have doubled in price, tripled in price. I'm not sure. I don't think it would have. Because normally if a diecast goes really high in value, I will see it before... Before what? What am I saying? I will see it eventually, no matter what. So I don't think this one has gone up in price by any means. I'm sure you can probably get it on eBay or somewhere. Either Circle B or K-State, just kind of whoever, Lionel, wherever you want to get it from. This diecast is honestly easily a 9 out of 10 paint scheme. Now again, I don't say it often, but I feel like the 2022 paint schemes for Trackhouse, whenever they get in diecast form, I feel like they're going to be pretty much all 9 out of 10s or 10 out of 10s, just because of how awesome they've really been making these paint schemes. I think what makes it so great about Trackhouse and their paint schemes is everybody, for the most part, when the numbers were slid forward, they were like, dude, that's going to ruin so many paint schemes. The paint schemes are not going to look good, but Trackhouse seemed to capture that modern era look to the cars and just made it look so good. They've added a bunch of designs and graphics and all kinds of stuff to the cars. They've added, good looking numbers, good colors. They made it super bright, really modern to a modern car. And I think that's why the throwbacks didn't really work a lot, is because they were having a old school car compared to a modern slid forward number, next gen, more bulky car. And it just didn't look right. Now, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of paint schemes that looked really good. Again, for example, the Trackhouse paint schemes for the throwbacks, those looked really good. But the only one that really bugs me is the Byron car, because it would have been so good to have the number 24 in the middle, to have a true, legitimate Gordon throwback that we've been waiting for so long on. And, of course, when the numbers are slid forward, that's when we get the paint scheme. So that was pretty crappy, but once again, Trackhouse is nailing these paint schemes. So with that being said, I do believe that is all for this diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.